All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the New England Patriots.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Slam. Check 26.
Goff now to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Super. Hey, watch that. Check my. Hey, Charlie. 54. Get your swerve on. Hey, check 24.
Goff on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
2nd and 10. Goff again. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Good set. 19. 52 right here. 52. Man, I got you. Hey, 31. 52, right 52.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down.
Go ahead, Check 50.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Oh, good night, baby. Let's go now. 50 to Pittsburgh. Check. 53's Mike. Let's go. What? Hey, let's run it. Rush in.
And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Watson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey,
Cornell.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to take another shot here. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep.
Watson on first down. On the move. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
It's a pickup of 3.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
45-yard line.
Tiger.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Mike,
Five.
Squeeze, double. Mike's 50.
Out of the gun. Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Under 10, 10.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, here's Breida. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Bang, 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 bang. Wide.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Mike, 58, right there. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, here's Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's John Simon with a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Mike's 56. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Hey, Echo.
56. Mike, 56.
Gone. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Goff. It's complete to Chris Conley. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Chris Conley, 92 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
24.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
We own them. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, 31.
Back to throw, Watson. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Crash. Shift. Watch the shift.
Hey, 24.
Check 13.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From just shy of midfield, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Balaj, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
At the 49ers' 31-yard line.
And go. 53. 53.
On 2nd and 12, Watson into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Goff. And a catch made by Hopkins. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Goff now looks to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Goff. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fielded at the 33. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Switch. Check now. Check 99. Check the backer. Check the backer.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
This is Breida. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Check three.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, go back. We got motion. Back up.
Hey, 55.
From the 27, Watson. And, oh, my goodness, what a catch at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run with Breida. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
Slam. Check three. Watch out.
24. Line up.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal. Now Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Luke Wilson, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
At the 26-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's Goff. It's complete to Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Desmond King making the tackle. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now it's gone. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Throwing now, Goff. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Hey, check 24, check 24. He's coming, double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
On second down, a run with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for New England, 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and of course, this win a big one. They can hang their hat on this victory on the road against the defending Super Bowl champs.
And you know how difficult it is for the team that wears the crown, because they're going to get everyone's best shot. So let's face it, they circled this game. We're going to go in there and take down the defending Super Bowl champs. This is our opportunity. They're not going to walk out of here with a trophy today, but they will walk out with respect around the league, and to them, that's vitally important.
So for San